It's kind of hard to tell. I'm not really restricted to anything, so it's just all with my feel right now, how my energy level is, and just really trying to get that back. So it's hard to tell with really what percent I am.
Give me an assessment of how you felt Saturday at Indiana. The podcaster said you were gassed when you first came out.
Yeah, I get tired a lot quicker right now, and they said that was something coming off the appendix surgery that was going to come with it. So I was expecting it. I was just trying to play through it, but I just get tired a lot quicker. And there's a couple of times I had to call for a sub, which is fine. We realized that.
Now, when you talk about playing through it, the day that you had to have the appendix out, you have 11 rebounds against West Virginia, thrown out before the game, after the game. What was that day like for you?
Before the game, I felt pretty rough because, like I said, I ended up throwing up. Thought I ate some bad breakfast. I really didn't know what was going on. But I wanted to try to play just because, I was going to give it my all either way. So I did, and then after the game, it really wasn't going away. So talked to the doctor, and he said I needed surgery. So we ended up doing it then and just getting it out of the way.
How did that impact you during the game? Did you feel like yourself playing that game?
I just felt kind of sick, weaker. I guess like the symptoms of appendicitis are kind of like flu-like. So I figured it was like maybe some type of sickness. But yeah, I just kind of felt weaker, kind of sick. That was about it. Yeah.
Did you have an issue before that day, what you looked at this summer or something like that?
Yeah, there was some symptoms previously. We kind of thought we had it all figured out, and I did too. But it just came back, and I'm glad it's out of the way now. I don't got to worry about it.
EJ, in the time that Kyle was out, obviously you're a guy that gets a little more run because you guys are sort of similar players. Just curious what you learned getting sort of increased exposure, especially in Big Ten play.
Details. There's a lot of details that you have to pick up on when playing in the Big Ten play, and how hard you have to play while you're out there every second. And I feel like that's what we were missing when Kyle wasn't there. Because Kyle gets us a lot of extra plays, a lot of offensive rebounds. So I feel like in Big Ten play, you can't take a play off. So.
I know you're not a guy who's lost a lot of basketball games in his career, won a couple state titles. I'm just curious what it's like for you to be in a stretch right now where the team's losing some games and every college team goes through it, but you're a freshman and this seems like it'd be a new experience for you.
It's nothing to panic about because I remember my freshman year in high school, we won our very first game and lost 7 in a row. So I've lost before, but past 2 years I've been winning a lot, but it's fine. It's nothing to worry about. We have a lot more basketball to play and a lot more good opponents to play, so it's nothing to stress about.
Kyle, I know Coach had said that this was the timing of this, the appendix situation was particularly frustrating for you, especially considering the stuff that happened last year as well with your leg.
Yeah.
Can you talk about your kind of mind state when all that was going on?
Yeah, no, hearing I had to have surgery and get it out was pretty disappointing because I knew I had to miss games even though I didn't want to. My body wasn't feeling great, so especially with last year being out during kind of the same time and missing some Big Ten games, it hurts not being out there with your brothers and wanting to play, but health does come first, so I just wanted to get that out of the way, and now I'm back to getting to 100%, so just day by day now.
EJ, what do you think has been the biggest adjustment you've had to make?
Picking up on details and playing hard every play. Some plays, a lot of games in the Big Ten comes down to 1 or 2 possession games, and you just think back after the game what I could have done better. I wish I didn't take that play off. So I feel like a lot of plays you just have to play as hard as you can every second you're out there. So.
EJ, you mentioned learning the details and how hard you have to play. The team's been going through some offensive lulls the past few games, and you're a guy to put the ball in the basket. Has Coach talked to you about being more aggressive at all?
I've just been doing everything I can to try to help the team win. If he wants me to score, I would try to do that. But right now, we're just trying to focus on everybody contributing. He's told me if I just play as hard as I can and do other things, not thinking about scoring is going to come. So it's going to happen.